So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, I want to go into more depth about this Canelo Bivol situation, and it's kind of crazed a debate in the comment section. I've seen some of you. I'm going to talk in the second part. I'm going to talk about Haney Lomachenko, which is a fight being talked about. But I want to talk about this just so then you guys understand. Canelo Alvarez, for me, beats Bivol at any weight. And I'm going to stay consistent. I believe he would beat him. Not only beat him, I think he could even stop Bivol. Some people think I'm crazy for saying that. I just don't understand the 172 or 170. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because like I said, I think there's going to be people that aren't going to give him credit for it. Firstly, I don't like catch weights. I don't like catch weight world titles. I think it's nonsense. You know, if a weight class is 175 or 168, the title should be contested at that weight, right? And that aside, right? That aside, I get the fact that Canelo wants to fight at 168. I get that. Of course I get that. The fact of the matter is that Canelo doesn't need to leave any doubt because he's better than Bivol, in my opinion. No matter what weight. Don't make the weight an excuse. Canelo will beat Bivol. I believe so. Canelo beats Bivol at 175, 168. It doesn't matter to me. But the reason I think Canelo would beat Bivol at 175 is the reason I want him to fight him at 175. So there's no excuses. There is, and some of you are saying, well, there's going to be, no, there won't be any excuses. What excuses will there be at 175? There's no excuses. But at 170, there's excuses because it's a catch weight fight. People are going to come out and say, well, oh, he fought him at catch weight. He was drained. Here's the thing. I get some of you are Canelo hardcore fans. I haven't got a problem with that. But you have to be fair. And I don't think this is right. I don't think this is right for the sport. And I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow. Definitely. I know I've been saying I'm going to do a live stream and we're going to discuss it. All of you, come on. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the live stream. Face to face. Come on camera and we'll all talk about it. But I'll do it about 8, 9 o'clock. I'm definitely going to come on tomorrow. Today, I was going to do a live stream today, but I was tired, came back home, and then I went straight to the gym. By the time I got back, it was too late. There was no point of doing the live stream. But tomorrow, I'm off. So I'm definitely going to be doing the live stream tomorrow. And we're going to discuss this and talk about this because it's not a good look, guys. It's not a good look for boxing. Canelo Alvarez is the biggest star in the sport of boxing. And a lot of you said, well, Mayweather got credit for beating. No, he didn't. Mayweather, to this day, people say that Canelo, he drained Canelo. He did this, he did that, or he picked and chose that. Why do you think Mayweather doesn't get considered the GOAT? Even though from a skill point of view, he probably deserves to be the GOAT. You know why? Because people don't like the way Mayweather maneuvered and Mayweather did this, that, catch weights, all of that. There's a reason why Mayweather doesn't get the credit. I don't think, people not hear some of the criticism that Mayweather gets? Some of what the pundits say about Mayweather. And I don't think Canelo should do the same. Because at the end of the day, people will say the same about Canelo. Now, some of you are saying, well, he'll fight Beterbiev. Well, he can fight Bivol at 175. If he can fight Beterbiev at 175, he can fight Bivol at 175. It doesn't make a difference. But the fact of the matter is, I get the fact that Canelo wants to fight Plant. But if that's the case, then don't fight Bivol. Fight Gabe Rosado. Fight somebody that is not that relevant. It doesn't matter. You know, I'd rather him fight Gabe Rosado at 168 just for a takeover fight than him fighting Bivol. Because at the end of the day, here's the thing. Here's why I don't want him to fight. Bivol is a legacy fight. Gabe Rosado is not a legacy fight. It's a fight that, you know, he should win. And Gabe Rosado will bring it and put on a show. But Bivol is a legacy fight. Canelo shouldn't look to have an advantage against Bivol. Now, some of you are saying, well, Canelo, you know, he's a small guy and, you know, all these opponents have advantages of him because they're bigger, stronger. Okay, don't fight Bivol then. If that's the case, then you think Bivol's got a massive advantage over you and he's bigger and this, that. Don't fight Bivol. There's no need. There's no need to fight Bivol. Why fight Bivol? If you as fans think that Bivol's got a huge advantage and he's bigger, stronger, and it's a dangerous fight, he doesn't need to fight Bivol. Just stick up 168. Fight Gabe Rosado. Fight Demetrius Andrade. Those fights can be. Why is we have to have a catchweight fight for Bivol? Why not fight just Andrade at 168? I haven't got a problem with that fight. I haven't got a problem with Gabe Rosado at 168 while he's waiting to sort the plant stuff out. The problem I have is that this plant stuff, when is it going to be sorted out? Because Canelo rejected a replacement. Basically, we know why the deal didn't get done for Plant. So what's going to change in the coming months that's going to make that deal possible? Because Caleb Plant's not going to come over to the zone, right? So that fight's going to have to happen on Fox. So is Canelo going to change his stance on the... Because one thing we know, PBC aren't changing their stance. So is Canelo going to change his stance on the replacement? Do you see where I'm coming from this? So what's to say that if Canelo fights Bivol at 170, that the Plant situation is going to resolve so we can fight Plant? So if that's the case and he feels he may not be able to get the Plant fight, he may have to go up and fight at 175. 168, he might be done at 168. But the way I look at it is, if that's the case, then don't fight Bivol at all, because that's a legacy fight. That's a fight that you need to fight him at 175, because that's gonna really, because there's people out there that think Bivol can beat Canelo. So by you trying to bring him down and bring him down to a catchweight, people are thinking you're looking for an advantage. And I get he's the pound for pound king, he's the A-side. But remember, Floyd today isn't viewed as the greatest because of the fact that a lot of people thought he avoided certain guys in his prime catchweights. Pacquiao did the same, but Pacquiao is like, look at what he's doing with Spence. He's just fighting him. You know, he's fighting Spence at his weight, you know. Pacquiao's a small guy. You know, Pacquiao's taken more risk during his career. He has taken more risk. You know, and when you people say, well, Floyd brought Canelo, well, that was wrong when Floyd brought Canelo down. I wasn't a big fan of it at that point. And I'm not a big fan of this either, Canelo bringing Bivol down. Because it's not the fact that Bivol might be comfortable. And you guys keep saying, Bivol keeps saying, well, he's all right to fight once. Whether he says whatever, the fact is irrelevant, because we know that Canelo's not going to get... Here's the problem. If Canelo's can fight somebody at 175 and beat them, and it's a legacy fight, why potentially put that asterisk there that he's draining him? Even though we know Bivol might be able to make 170 comfortably, right? But there's always going to be the asterisk there. Why? This is what I think a lot of you don't seem to understand what I'm trying to say here, that there's an asterisk there. For me, Canelo was better than Bivol. And for me, what Canelo really needs to do is fight Plant. That's it. I think that's... And I said that in a previous video. Plant is the fight for me. And I think Plant is the fight that really needs to get done. And then after that, Canelo can look to fight Bivol and Beterbiev and guys like that. Because if he does fight Bivol, and just say he beats Bivol, he wins the light heavyweight title, what's he going to do next? Yeah, it gives him options, because then it gives him options at 168. It gives him options at 175. Why, guys, what I don't understand, why isn't a Demetrius Andrade fight being spoken about? Andrade has said that he's willing to... I don't understand. Why is that fight not even being considered? And I don't even think that... I know Christian seems to think that Andrade will beat Canelo. I don't think that's even a tough fight for Canelo. It's not a physically tough fight, is it? It's not like Andrade's a big puncher. At most, what's Andrade going to do? Outbox Canelo? It's not a physically tough fight. So why not just make that fight while he's waiting for Plant to sort out his stuff? I just don't get it. It's a fight on the zone. Andrade would jump in and fight Canelo right away. I don't understand why the Andrade fight isn't being spoken about. I don't quite understand it. I think that's the fight, really, I wouldn't mind. Because, firstly, Andrade has been talking a lot. right? I don't look at it as a tough fight for Canelo. I think Canelo beats Andrade comfortably. And it's a credible name. You know, it's a credible name, and he can then sort out this stuff with Plant and get that fight on. But Bivol, for me, is a legacy fight. And some people may say Andrade's a legacy fight. Some people think Andrade could beat Canelo. I don't know how the hell Andrade's going to beat Canelo, but, you know, some people seem to think he can outbox him for 12 rounds. Don't see it, but regardless, that's a legacy fight. Canelo beats Andrade, then fights Plant. You know, you could clean those. Both those guys don't have great power. They're not going to be physically demanding fights. It's not like you're going in there with Beterbiev, who's going to push you back, who could hurt you. Those guys aren't that. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how this plays out. I don't know what's happening now. It does look like Bivol is the front runner. But I don't want to see it at 175. I just don't want to see it at 170. I'd rather him fight like Andrade at 168. I really prefer to see him fight Andrade. I think that's a better fight at that weight, at 168, rather than fighting Bivol at catch weight. You know, I'm not a big fan of catch weight fights. So I would prefer to see Canelo fight Andrade. I do. If the Plant fight seriously cannot happen, Andrade is the perfect opponent for Canelo. Perfect. Not a big puncher, you know, a good boxer, slick boxer, but again, can you see him holding Canelo off for 12 rounds? I can't. That's the perfect fight, and it's a fight where people think Canelo's been ducking him, so it's an opportunity for Canelo to put that right. Just makes a lot of sense. On to the second part, I'm talking about Devin Haney, Lomachenko. Apparently this fight is being touted about, and I think it's a great fight. I think Vasily Lomachenko beat Devin Haney is a very, very good fight. I do. I actually think it's a quality fight, actually. I think it's a fight that I would like to see, without question. I think Devin Haney's a guy that's been ducked a lot, and I think Vasily Lomachenko will fight anybody. Now, they were talking about Vasily Lomachenko and Richard Comey. That doesn't do it for me. We already seen him against Nakatani, and now you're putting him in with another guy like Comey. And Comey's a good fighter. It just doesn't do it for me. I think Lomachenko needs a big name, and Devin Haney for me is that fight. Devin Haney's a good fighter, and I think Lomachenko and Devin Haney make a good fight. And let's see whether Haney can beat someone like Lomachenko. I don't think he can. But that makes for a very good fight, and those are the kind of fights that I want to see Haney and all those guys involved in. You know, I'm tired of seeing them fight like the Comey and Nakata. Like, we don't want to see that anymore. We want to see you fight each other. There's so many good fighters, top fighters. Not one fight's been made yet, apart from Teofimo and Loma. Apart from that, we haven't seen one top level fight between these guys. Are you having a laugh? Look, there's Ryan Garcia, there's Lomachenko, there's Gervonta Davis, there's Teofimo. Only one out of those fights have happened. Are you joking me? It's not good, man. It's not good for boxing. Like, these guys aren't fighting each other. Haney not fighting Garcia. Garcia's not fighting Haney. You know, Gervonta's not fighting. Like, nah, it's not good, man. It's not good. And all these fights are great fights. All these fights would cause a lot of hype. They'd get a lot of hype. They'd move the needle. So we need to see these fights, man. We need to see these guys get in the ring with each other. When are they going to get in the ring with each other? When they're all like 50? Like, come on, man. Let's get these fights on, man. There's about 6 fighters in the lightweight division. Add Kambosos to that. There's about 5 or 6 guys in the lightweight division that we need, or especially 5, right? There's 5 guys. We've only had one combination. We could literally have Gervonta and Loma. We could have Loma and Devin Haney. We could have Devin Haney and Gervonta. We could have Ryan and Loma. We could have Ryan and Gervonta. Ryan and Devin. There's so many combinations. We could have Teofimo and Ryan. We could have Teofimo and Gervonta. Look how many combinations we've got. Like, these guys need to step up and start fighting each other. When are they going to start fighting each other? I feel like Teofimo's fought one of the guys, and now he's going off and saying he's conquered the world and this, that, and the other. But again, he's just gone away. Like, ever since he beat Lomachenko, he's just disappeared. When did he beat Lomachenko? In October. Where are we now? We're in July, August. So how many months has that been? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. We're looking at what, 8 months, 9 months? And no, when is he next fighting? You know, it's all up in the air. We were thought that he was going to fight Lomachenko in a rematch. That's gone up in the air. You know, 8 months for a guy that's just come off the win of his life, and for him to be out for 8 months, it's just not good enough. Not good enough. You've just got the momentum. Everybody's talking about Teofimo, and I think somebody was saying this, that Teofimo had a great win, and it was great to see. But now we want to see him move on. You know, I think almost move on from that win and let's see him fight some of the guys. You know, we need to see Teofimo in action. Otherwise, people are going to forget about that Loma fight, and they're going to start saying, okay, this kid's not fighting, man. He's had one good win, but that's it. We need to see more. We need to see if he's the real deal, because he hasn't fought for 8 months, right? And this is a guy that's coming off a serious win, and he hasn't fought for 8 months. How is that good? And to be honest, I see that a lot in boxing. These guys don't fight enough. Look at what Canelo's doing. He's literally fighting so much. Like, he's fought, what, since December? He's fought December, February, May, and now he's looking to fight in September. That's 4 fights in the space of 9 months. That's what I expect from top-level fighters. At least minimum twice. Ideally 3 times, but minimum twice. If you're not fighting twice a year, I'm sorry, you're defo not being managed right, or you're defo not, you're not, you know, you need to be fighting at least twice if you're a championship level fighter, someone like Teofimo. Not to have a fight or even a fight announced in 8 months. Has his fight been announced? You know, I thought he was supposed to fight Lopez, and then, I mean, Cambosos, and that got called off, and yeah, it's just a mess. It's a mess. So he literally could be out of the ring for a year. You know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on over, you know, with that, you know, Cambosos Lopez situation. But yeah, we need to see these guys fight one another, man. We need to see these guys all in the ring with each other. I just want to see big fights. That's what I want to see, and I'm pretty sure you guys are the same. We want to see big fights. We want to see the best fight the best. That's it. And unfortunately, in the lightweight division, we've only really had one combination. We've only had, you know, Lopez fight Lomachenko. That's it. Apart from that, we've had none of the others fight each other. So we need to see these guys step up, man. And hopefully they can start fighting each other. But on that note, I'm going to end the video. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the lightweight division, about the Canelo Bivol situation. I really want to know your guys' opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And guys, tomorrow, definitely the live stream. We'll be doing a live stream for sure. And talking about this Canelo Bivol stuff, talking about the lightweight division, talking about Pacquiao and Spence. And leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.